Welcome to this great adventure of two sisters.
Absolutely not. Hey guys, welcome to the Regina Kids podcast. I am your host Maxie,
With her lovely younger sister, Rita the H.A.M.
and here on the podcast, as you can see, sibling relationships can be loving and sometimes a bit
Dramatic.
affect me, please, complicated. So join us every week as we explore all aspects of having a sibling.
Come be our sibling.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey guys, welcome. Max was almost about to try to introduce me. She know that I was taking over this bit today. Welcome back to Regina's Kids podcast. I am your host Rita and our lovely authoress of 2 books with 3 on the way.
I am Maxie.
Hey girl, it's still cold as hell here in Siberia. But we making it though. We making it, girl. It's cold.
Girl, this your last week.
I know.
Get
But
on, get up, get out and get something.
I ain't never letting my life pass me by. Listen.
Somebody. Did you have a good week?
Always have a good week, child.
Cause yeah.
Listen, I'm listen. 20 yeah, we in 2020. Yeah. We in 2023 now. So in that the energy I'm giving is that push it to the max kind of energy. It's a party every day.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that. I don't know about the potty every day, but
It's a party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
uh
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But you know what? Let's get a little serious. Let me put my serious glasses on.
your serious glasses on?
Yeah, when I wear my glasses, I be trying to be serious.
Girl, you is not about to be serious. So,
I was
thank
introducing the show.
I'm not can you not
Oh,
interrupt, bruh?
my bad.
Um, Thank you guys for rocking with us through season one. We now in season two, 2023. So drop us a sib note at our email at reginakidspodcast@gmail.com. We'll take your criticisms, questions, stories, whatever. Or just slide on into our DM on Instagram at underscore Regina Kids Podcast. Also, we are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you feeling. Let us know if it's something you want us to talk about. Come be our siblings.
Oh, Maxie, you in the mood to have a extra sip? You trying to get that juice of siblings, girl? Because I remember in season one, you wasn't,
I'm
trying to
s-
add on to the tribe.
I didn't say I was adding on. I just said come be our sibling.
We wearing her down, guys. We wearing her down. But
Anywho,
but how was your week, Sussy?
it was cool.
It was
You
cool.
know, out here striving, surviving, and maintaining.
With your
So
hot cocoa.
loving it.
But
You already
guys,
know.
I got my serious glasses on if you are
Here
following
we
me
go.
on YouTube. So as you can see, I'm gonna I'm gonna be on my Eleanor Maxwell Maxie-ish. As you can see in today's title
I don't even talk like that, bro.
in my
Don't
head.
do me. Don't do me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
As you can see in today's title, we're talking about baggage. Baggage? No, boo, not that MK bag. No, boo, not that Coach bag. We talking about your real life baggage. Do you have baggage? Do you don't know whether or not if you have baggage? Well, we gonna help you out today on baggage.
You got a whole some people got luggage. They ain't just carrying one bag. They got suitcases and suitcases
Yeah,
full of shit that
you
they
check, you
need to
paying them extra. You know what? Talk about goddamn baggage. This airport, airport,
airport.
my airport, my airlines. I know we, we'd had some inflation, but y'all doing too much.
Them the airlines you fly.
I be needing my little cheap flights when I can just, throw a little, put it in the book bag. Now they making you check, like they checking the size of your book bag.
Yeah, cause some of y'all stuffing clothes and shoes and bodies and everything in y'all book
Everything,
bag.
honey.
No.
Listen, book
Y'all
bag be
use
so thick that bit look like a carry on. Okay, look like a bag you should have checked. They like,
Mm.
we want that extra money.
Anyway, if you seen the title of this show, Bag Lady, you better pack light. We are discussing
You know,
about
I had a song.
baggage.
Sorry, you already knew where I was going. My hitters, my siblings knew where I was about to go.
Right. But she gonna mess up the words, so I'm not finna let her do.
You can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Who? Who? Like y'all out there like, who? Who? Me? Yeah. Yeah, you. Baggage.
So in relationships, Reese, what kind of baggage you think people be bringing into the relationships?
They last relationship, they family drama, the relationship issues, they mama issues, they daddy issues, hell, they sibling issues.
So issues. It's,
Yeah, they kids issues. Some people can't have good relationships because they carry the baggage of their kids. Like it's a hot mess.
it is. And I'm, you know, I have been one to carry my family baggage into my relationships.
Hmm.
And sometimes my family baggage outweighed my relationships because I had to put that first.
Right.
Like nobody, I'm all. If y'all heard outside of Reese's rant about jail time, if y'all heard the
You
ride
still
or
you
die,
still have you
yes,
still
not letting it go. But if y'all heard the ride or die chick episode, I was loyal by default.
yeah.
So I felt like any and every they was here first, basically. Like they
Hmm.
was here first. So whatever they got going on, whatever I gotta do for them, gotta come before my relationship. So that was one of my biggest that and trust issues I carried as a baggage. Like that
Yeah.
was luggage. That was that was a three-piece a three-piece luggage set
Oh yeah.
that I had carried into my relationships, and not just relationships with significant others, but relationships with friends. Like, sometimes you have friends that's been in your life. Like all my friends have been in my life for over
Yeah.
10, 15 years, 30 years with some relationships. And it's a constant like, oh my God, this and this and this and this. It's like you always like you gotta be careful not to be one of them people that just dump on people. Like,
Right.
you know, just because that's your friend don't mean that you get to just keep calling them and dumping on them. Like you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what they got going on. Like sometimes people um get it confused when people be like, "Oh, I just need to vent." It's okay to vent. But it's not okay that you'll never call your friend and say, "Hey girl, how you doing?" or "Hey friend," or "What's up?" or
Hmm.
"How's your family doing?" You just call 'em like, "Ah," and
Right.
just, verbal vomit all over people
Ooh.
and drop off all your baggage on them.
Girl, that just sounded nasty as hell.
What, verbal vomit?
Yes.
But that's what it is.
No, but I mean, and it gets you. That's a heavy load that you can bestow onto somebody else. And I always say, one of my main things I do say when it comes to relationships is that it needs to be an ongoing circle of giving. You know what I'm saying, back and forth. The same energy that you give is the same energy that your friend should be able to give back to you, and y'all should have that natural support system. There's nothing wrong with you taking time away from all the shit that you just dumped on that person to be like, hey girl, how you doing, what's going on, how the kids, you know what I'm saying, like that part.
I remember, I don't know what I was listening to, but I had came across this show. It had to be another podcast. And this girl was like, she um she set boundaries with her friends where they had to, if they had an issue or, whatever, they would have to ask her like, mentally, are you able to deal with my situation right now? Because a
Mm,
lot of times people just automatically assume that, oh, that's my friend, that's my cousin, that's my family member. Like,
yeah,
if I got an issue, problem, concern that they, I can call them and verbally vomit on them, basically. And
yeah,
sometimes you don't know where people mental be, where they're not capable of actually, like, you really do yourself a disservice when you don't know what's going on with the other party before you
yeah,
start calling them, dumping all your baggage and everything onto them.
exactly. But you know what a lot of that could be as well, if you not in a communication, like a consistent communication, you won't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with my like, I talk to you just about every day. Well, it is every day. Ain't just about.
Multiple
I have
times a
very close.
day, stalkerish type
Yeah.
tendency.
But like
Okay.
my very, very close friends and stuff like that, like even though if we may miss a couple of days, or like even with my favorite, cousins or whatever, like I make it a purpose to, even though I know that everybody has a lot that's going on, to at least call them once a week just to say, hey, I just want to see your face and just check on you and see how it is that you doing. Now, if we end up in a conversation to where, I'm expressing something that I might be going through, or they expressing something that they might be going through, you honestly, it's a genuine conversation. It's just not, girl, let me tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people that have those type of relationships with people where anytime they call you, it's always something going on. It's always some drama. It's always something. It's never just, hey, how was your day? Or how was
Mm-hmm.
work? Or how you doing? Or how the kids, how the grandkids. No, it's girl, such, 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 such. Just
Coworker like that, and I had to get to the point to where I'm like, girl, look, every job has, like, every time we would have a conversation, oh, I hate this about, they doing this, they doing that, they doing this, and I had to get to a point with her. I'm like, sweetheart, if you don't like it here, fucking quit. Like, because you coming at me every day about all of the same shit that you don't like, when we all are dealing with it, and you know what I'm saying, handling the situation to the best of our ability. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
right.
And she slowly, like, she
Bitter
slowly
Betty's,
just
negative
stopped.
Nancy's.
Look, I can't do. I ain't trying to hear that. Look,
Uh-uh.
we dealing with the same exact thing, but I'm not finna sit here and fester on some shit that I don't have no control over.
Right. That corporate shit.
Oof, child. But I know, like, for me, I've had, like, my baggage came with, like, trust issues and things like that, and just, being selfish.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's growth right there, girl. I'm telling, that's that growth.
That's that growth.
That's that growth right there, girl. You know, and being selfish, and just when it came to relationships, like, I just didn't trust people, and I think a lot of that came from just other things that I had seen where family members can be trifling, where, what I'm saying, with us, um being hair braiders at such a young age. Like, people that want to be so-called your friend, they only your friend because they trying to get with one of the dudes or get some tea on, what I'm saying, who you gonna have at your house this week to braid hair. So I didn't trust females, and it took a long time. And then with just being in the hair industry, you could you come across some. I done seen some of the craziest things, just
Mhm.
whether it was in dating or people and their clients. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a big one, and I think a lot of people carry that trust issue, baggage, and a lot of childhood traumas and
Yeah,
parent traumas, and like you said, daddy issues, mama issues, and everything, and that stuff festers over time and
it does.
spills over into your day to day.
Yeah,
Like,
most definitely. And a lot of times sometimes you can be in the atmosphere of it so long, and toxic situations and just around it so long, it takes you literally ending up in a completely different type of situation to find out, so that what you had grew up in was not okay.
yeah, I heard when I was on my wedding run, I had seen this girl say that when she got married to her husband, she had to question like what she had been doing all the rest of her life, like with these other relationships,
Hmm.
because that was the first
Yeah.
relationship that she had been in where she felt like she was actually seen and she was really loved and adored by her mate. And it's just like, dang, like sometimes you know you gotta kiss a few toes to get to your prince.
And I think that's a lot of misconception with that these men have with women and calling them masculine and all of this other stuff. Like, honestly, and it's so simple. If you are a male, you want to say, "Oh, woman masculine, a woman masculine." If you put a woman in a position to where she could say, I can actually sit down. I can breathe for a moment. I can actually depend and rely on my partner. She can be able to sit in more of a feminine energy.
I agree and I disagree because sometimes, and it's probably a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of us are hyper, so super independent
True.
that it's hard to let go of those reins, even if you have,
I'm saying that
even if you have a mate that is, even if you have a good mate, it's hard to do that. I have plenty of friends that's like
it is
they'll
hard.
have a good mate and they will not ask them to do shit. They won't ask them. Not that they can't ask them and it'll actually get done. They just will not. Like, I have a friend, like, if she, I'll just use this as an example because she got a house. If she asks somebody to come cut her grass and he say he'll be there in 30 minutes, let's say he run late and end up being 45 minutes. After the 30-minute mark, even if he's communicated I'll be there in 15 minutes, no, she ain't waiting. She gonna go. She But when he pull up, she be done got half the grass cut because that's just the type of like she's not in that mindset where like I wait for people to do shit for me.
Well, I
No.
mean that. I mean, if that. But the thing is that I'm just saying in that line of where the it's this, because it's a major group of men podcasts, and even some of these women podcasts that's on that on that line of, oh, the women being too masculine, this. My statement is mainly for that part
Right, but I'm just
of it.
saying,
But like,
but it's hard
but the
for
thing is,
them.
like, if that dynamic works, and that they able, that's how they flow, and he understand that that's the type of woman that he has, and he don't have any problem with that, then that's fine. But if you like, I can use myself as an example. I was a super hyper independent person, but being that, you know what I'm saying, I know for me that I was able to actually be like, you know what, I can sit back a little bit. I can be independent or I don't have to be. It's
Yeah,
nice
but you didn't
in that
jump in
space.
your relationship day one. Like, oh, he's a good guy and he got me, so
No,
I'ma just step back.
it's no,
That's what I'm
the thing is
saying.
that it takes they need to, at the end of the day, they need to understand the one, you need to understand, take that time out to get to know the partner in which it is that you have. Number one. Number two, you have to have those conversations, and they need to understand, like, at the end of the day, it's gonna take some time for her to be able to feel safe and to let that go, which takes persistence, communication.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think in what you're saying in that instance that a lot of men don't have time to wait for that. Cuz I've seen guys have chivalry and want to open the doors and they be looking like, "Why you opening my door?" Like they what? Or I've seen instances where you go out with a group of people and the men at the table say, "Okay, y'all don't have to worry about it," and somebody still goes and slips the man some money like, "I don't feel comfortable with him paying for my meal." What?
Listen, sweetheart, don't throw everybody else in that boat, boo. Like,
I'm just saying, like,
no.
sometimes it be a lot. Like that be the baggage that we have,
Mm-hmm.
that whatever person prior that you was with, you couldn't trust them to be there for you. You couldn't trust them to have your back like that.
Yeah.
So you lead with that and you don't even give that man an opportunity to be the man. You want to be the one to try to tell him what to do. You're not trying to even let him be in his position and lead. That I think that's where they getting at, like where it's too many masculine women. Like y'all want to be the man and the woman in the relationship. And I think it's because they either had a whole lot of bad relationships or traumas and stuff that happened in their life. Or they just them people. Like they some boss bitches and I'm not waiting on you to do nothing for me. Like I got it.
Okay. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, depending on which lane in which it is that you fall in, hey, you just got to go for what you know. Just, I'm just saying that that's where the lines of communication need to come in,
Definitely.
and they just need to just stop labeling it as if it's the whole group. Everybody is different lanes. People are in they different lanes.
Well, siblings, let us know. Are y'all carrying all of this baggage? Is y'all can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. Y'all got tons and tons of luggage that y'all just carrying around with y'all.
I know your back hurt.
Let us know. And you can let us know by dropping us a sim note at Regina Kids podcast at gmail.com or sliding in our DM on Instagram at underscore Regina Kids podcast. Or if you're listening to us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, you can drop us a 5-star rating and a review. But drop us some questions. Send us some stuff. Let us know how y'all feel about that. Are y'all bringing y'all baggage, or did y'all hear the New Year's show and y'all done changed into a New Year, new me, and you done left all 2022 in 2022, and you done picked up some new habits in 2023? Let us know what y'all doing. So Rita, what is your sib note for the bag ladies?
Hey, unpack,
Unpack.
unpack, unpack, sweetheart. I mean, at the end of the day, do what you need to do what's best for your peace and your happiness. But unpack. It's time. It's time for you to unpack. Throw them bags to the flow, honey. Okay.
Right. And I know y'all have heard me say this plenty of times before on the podcast. You deserve to show up in this life as a fully whole, healed person in any of the relationships, friendships, siblingships, family ships, relationships, ships,
Yep.
all of them.
Ships.
Ship.
And your ships. And your ship.
What? No, she want to be a singer so bad. I promise you.
No, I don't.
Just be making up stuff.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, bag ladies, you better pack light because you shouldn't be carrying. You got to figure out a way to.
Oh,
It's so many.
sometimes it's hard. You can't let go.
Rita,
Ooh.
I
Mm.
just said you don't want. I said you want to be a singer so bad. You talking about some? No, I don't. But you just keep busting out singing.
Sorry.
Every chance you get, you breaking into a song. Anyway, it's so many. I think that with therapy in the Black community being so taboo, but now there's just so many different avenues to
Mm,
try, and they got life coaches, spiritual
yeah,
coaches. They got so many different things that you can try to get that out. And if you want to try to do it yourself, you know go on to Amazon and grab my first book, All My Broken Crayons Still Color. It's a
shameless plug.
daily affirmation book and a journal. Write that thing out. And if you going through some kind of grief, whether it's a loved one or grieving a relationship, because sometimes grief is not just strictly about losing somebody that you love.
Yeah.
Sometimes people grieve their jobs, they grieve friendships, they grieve relationships, all of that. You can grab my
Hmm.
second book, Love You More. Grieving isn't easy and healing hurts.
Shameless plug.
So both are available on Amazon. And at the end of the day, we just want all our siblings to be fully healed, fully whole, show up in this world shining bright, and we going to, as always, continue to glow through whatever it is we're going through.
Shine bright like a diamond.
See, but I don't want to be a singer.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Anyway, thank y'all again
Oh,
for joining us
we love you
on
guys.
another episode of the Regina Kids podcast.